The Long Kiss Goodnight, directed by Rennie Harland and released in 1996, is an awesome action drama about empowered femininity and reawakening to a dangerous old life. Samantha Cain, Geena Davis, is an amnesiac woman who has led a comfortable life as a schoolteacher with a boyfriend and a young daughter for the past 8 years. But after surviving a car accident, Samantha begins to remember her past as an elite CIA secret agent, and soon both friends and enemies from her past life begin hunting her. The Long Kiss Goodnight's plot is a little scattershot, but the film still stands as an outstanding character study with great action scenes. Geena Davis delivers one of the most absorbing, ambitious performances of her career, essentially playing two very different characters who converge as one through the course of the film. Samantha is already a confident and proactive lady, but her cheery middle-class suburban comfort clashes starkly with Charlie, her cold, wry, fiercely capable former identity. After certain traumatic events, such as the instigating car accident and a raid on her home by an old adversary, we see Samantha explore her long-forgotten awareness and skills, much like Cole testing his superhuman strength in Unbreakable, with a combination of trepidation and excitement. This is a film in which the almost catchphrase, "Chefs do that," is both endearing and slightly unnerving.
Chefs do that.
A torture scene, in which Samantha is tied to a water wheel and repeatedly submerged, is symbolic of baptism, with Samantha effectively reborn as Charlie. The change is striking in both aesthetics and demeanor. She becomes a smoking hot blonde bombshell, takes up literal smoking again, swears freely, makes a move on Mitch, Samuel L. Jackson, a private investigator she partnered up with, and initially rejects everything about her life as Samantha, even going so far as trying to snipe her boyfriend Hal, Tom Amandes, on the suspicion of him being a plant ordered to kill her. But Charlie still has some of Samantha's compassion, as she cannot bring herself to shoot Hal in front of their daughter Caitlin, Yvonne Zima, even though she considers Caitlin to be Samantha's daughter, not hers. Geena Davis has been largely absent from film for the past 2 decades, but she has had some high-profile TV roles, including as Janet Adler in Will and Grace, President Mackenzie Allen in Commander-in-Chief, and grown-up Regan O'Neill in a TV sequel to The Exorcist. Davis is also committed to social activism, leading extensive studies and campaigning for greater female representation in children's entertainment, and she founded the Bentonville Film Festival for women and minority filmmakers. The not-for-profit Geena Davis Foundation on Gender in Media has the slogan, "If she can see it, she can be it," which is a great message for young girls who deserve more heroic, smart, and capable female role models in media for them to look up to and aspire to. I hope that Davis is proud of The Long Kiss Goodnight in light of her gender activism. The Long Kiss Goodnight further demonstrates that women can be kick-ass action leads, a female character can be sexy as a byproduct of their skill and attitude, and a female protagonist can be motivated by motherhood without it solely defining her. She's saving her daughter, but also fighting to avert a CIA-orchestrated false flag terrorist attack. Charlie gradually becomes more sensitive and caring, and she comes to feel responsible for Caitlin once again organically within the plot, with the bad guys, a splinter of the CIA planning to execute Project Honeymoon, kidnapping Caitlin and holding her for ransom. In a great bit of planting and payoff, Caitlin's candle, which Samantha told her to set in vigil to light her way home, signifies another rebirth of sorts into a synthesis of Samantha and Charlie, loving and maternal again, but retaining Charlie's deadly edge. The plot doesn't entirely make sense. Exactly how Charlie disrupted Project Honeymoon in 1988 is rather vague, as are the reasons why the CIA waited 8 years to try again. It's not very clear who is working for or against who in the bigger picture. I think Luke, David Morse, was an agent of the original Project Honeymoon, so it's strange that Charlie's CIA-affiliated trainer, Dr. Waldman, Brian Cox, wouldn't know about Luke or Project Honeymoon, and Charlie's re-emergence coinciding with the new Project Honeymoon is quite a contrived coincidence. But the muddled plot is a minor flaw alongside a nuanced, compelling protagonist, tense and steady pacing, a fun scoundrel with a heart of gold supporting performance from Samuel L. Jackson, and great action scenes. Davis is an awesome action lead in this, showcasing nimble strength and assertive spirit in the fight scenes, and the film has some really cool stunts, especially in the white-knuckle third act. The legendary box office flop Cutthroat Island, also directed by Rennie Harland, is widely cited as the reason Geena Davis has made few film appearances since the mid-1990s.
was a tough summer for me and Modine.
More than a few people have stated that Cutthroat Island basically killed Davis's viability as a film star. This may be true, but for one, it's unfair, as she's an incredibly talented, Oscar-winning actress, and no one deserves to have their film career tank just because of one poor movie. Secondly, Davis's film decline doesn't make sense from a timeline perspective. Cutthroat Island came out in 1995, the year before The Long Kiss Goodnight. In terms of a badass yet very nuanced and human protagonist, and thrilling, well-composed action, The Long Kiss Goodnight is about on the level of Die Hard or John Wick. Therefore, if Cutthroat Island sank Davis's film career, then The Long Kiss Goodnight should by all rights have saved it. Davis is very busy with TV work and her philanthropy and activism, but I want to see her make a film comeback. I want to see her as a deadly mentor figure in the next Mission Impossible movie, or as another secret agent character, or as a cool scientist trying to get her work recognized, or as an MCU character. Davis is an archer, so I think she'd be well suited to an Asgardian heroine role. Or she should be in that female Expendables movie, whenever Hollywood decides to make it, that is. Or let's try crowdfunding a Commander-in-Chief movie, directed by Armando Iannucci. Anyway, I really liked The Long Kiss Goodnight, which earns 4 stars out of 5. Thanks for watching. Cheers.